All right, Weasel's about to be canceled for the third time now.
I'm back for 5 minutes and I've already...
It's already
crazy.
Totally down the shitter. Welcome back, Lizzie May, aka Lizard Mayonnaise, aka
Thank you.
The Secret Sauce. It's a very special episode of People Talk indeed. The only podcast featuring people talking. I'm your host, Theodore Matherson. We've got Lizzie May, as I said, co-host, and our extra special guest for this episode, returning from a special bonus mayoral episode, but now he gets a proper one, Mayor Dumpster Dan.
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
How are you feeling, Dan? How's it going? What's it like being, after all this time? Well, last I spoke to you on the program, you had yet to become mayor. Now you've been mayor. Now the term is at its end. How do you feel about it?
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty tired. It's a lot of work. A lot of people coming to you with questions and ideas and all sorts of stuff. And I don't really have time for dumpster time no more. So I would say overall, it's been a positive experience, but I'm looking forward to the next chapter.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Gone are the halcyon days of it's me, Dumpster Dan, as a baby.
Yeah, that feels literally a lifetime ago. You know how when fucking presidents get elected, they age like they have been carried around in a burlap sack that's been in direct sunlight for years and years and years? It's kind of how I feel right now. My soul looks like a president at the end of their 4-year term.
No, that's. I think I could see it in you. In the way that you walk, like you're carrying a lot of weight, different.
Your shoulders are slumped.
Yeah, you look like shit, Dan.
Yeah, public office will do that to people. But like I said, overall, positive experience. But I would be lying if I wouldn't say that I'm looking forward to the next person to carry the torch, because that shit gets hot fast.
Well, I mean, we do have a pretty eligible person in the room with us right now.
Who, you?
No, Lizzie.
Me?
Let's force Lizzie at gunpoint to run for mayor.
I mean, my name already is in the word mayor. Lizzie Mayor.
Mayor?
Oh,
Like a horse?
It's even
Mayo.
Mayo. Yeah, you're like one letter off.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Lizzie for mayonnaise.
I hate it.
Doesn't
Me
roll off
too.
the tongue.
It's one of those things that would look better written down than said out loud.
Would it? Write it down right now. Slide it across the table. Dead air. No, we're all staring at.
Sitting.
They didn't have to know. She's been standing on the table the whole time. They didn't have to know.
Oh, they can't see us?
No, it's an audio podcast. Have you never enjoyed an episode of People Talk?
Can I take my pants off then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, take them off. Come on, it's hot in here.
Letting the boys breathe.
Are you talking about your nuts again?
Okay, that actually does look pretty good in writing. All right, I'm going to take back what I said.
Thank you, and don't doubt my marketing skills.
It's just been
Oh,
it's been so long, Lizzie.
People that are listening, she's swinging at me.
People that are listening, it was an accident.
There's no such thing as accidents. Not here. Not in this room.
People that are listening, Dan fully is naked right now.
No, I'm not.
Well, how are they ever going to know? I could say anything. You could say anything.
You want to start this game, Lizzie? You really want to go up against the champ at this?
I didn't say that I would like to do that. I just said it is possible.
Wait, the champ
No,
at
buddy.
what? Being naked?
No, just saying fucked up shit and getting people to believe it. That's how rumors start, Lizzie.
Oh, you're good at both of those things, so I was confused. Because you are always getting naked. Pretty much any time you're outside of the camera range. It's kind of one of those tics of yours you were talking about earlier.
Are we still talking about me or Lizzie?
I'll let the audience decide.
Clothes are bullshit. Free the nipple.
On God.
On God.
I'm trying to make a new thing happen. I don't know if you guys can help me. Maybe Dan as mayor, you could help me. On Gizzy.
Hold on, what?
You know, like people say, no kizzy for no cap.
Do they?
Do
any members
They do.
of the audience, can anybody verify that?
I've never fucking heard that.
Maybe both. I'm not being rude, but both of you are over the age of. How old are you guys?
How old do you think
fucking
Dan
34.
is? Oh, damn it, Dan's
Over the age
old.
of old.
No kizzy.
So I'm saying no Gizzy.
I'm gonna take your word for
on
it.
Gizzy.
How would you
On
spell
Gizzy.
that?
K-I-Z-Z-I-E.
I was going to say Y, but yeah, that works.
Shut up, audience.
I-
Not listeners, just
I asked him.
Just the
I asked him
audience.
for help. Thank you,
no,
Che.
how would you spell it?
Ga, za, ya,
Yeah, but what's the G? Is that a G or a J?
G for Germany.
The home country of the Nazi Party. Great. Yeah, it all lines up. Sick.
Theo, why do you always go to that? Huh? Yeah, it seems like every time we talk, we end up talking about some rack business.
I'm just pointing out what I see. Okay, look, Lizzie's got a bit of a reputation, so I was just drawing some lines, and if I remember correctly, you were the first one to bring up your quote unquote mayoral, you know, like the last problem solving is what you brought up.
That I chose my words poorly there. We were spitballing.
Lizzie, what are some ways that you think Dan's term as mayor could have been improved by you still being here while he was doing it?
I mean, I wasn't here, but I
Right.
think my presence in the city changed everything. And maybe if I was still here, there would be a lot more pink. And that always makes things better.
You mean like ladies?
No, pink like the colour.
Oh, gross, Dan.
What are you talking about?
Just making sure I understand, okay? I want to follow along.
She does
Being
drop that
respectful.
Brit slang. That would be some pretty believable like Brit slang.
Yeah, I don't know half the shit she says, so I'm just making sure I'm following it since I'm quote unquote old.
Yeah, I did say that. Also, I feel like, I mean, I don't know about you, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but my motivational posts and the girl boss hashtag, I did inspire you quite a lot. So I think me not being here made you maybe a bit sadder and a bit more self-conscious, perhaps.
Perhaps. Well,
Perhaps. Maybe subconsciously.
I'm very glad to hear that you have such a high standard of yourself and your impact on this city. You know,
Oh, absolutely. You
that's
have to.
awesome. I wish, I wish I had an nth of the confidence that you display on a daily.
I mean, it's hard to lie about these things, isn't it?
I guess.
Can we go back just a couple steps? Did you say Dan? Did you say an nth?
Yeah, I knew there's some like fucking word that fits in there, or an umph or something, so I just made like a noise and added a th on it.
I don't think it. I think it works. It was interesting.
Hey, you knew what the fuck I was talking about,
No,
right?
I knew exactly what you meant, and
Yeah.
an nth of the confidence that Lizzie has in herself, and it would be a blessing to anybody. And I got to say, it's earned confidence. I mean, I don't know how close you two were. I assume you guys know each other pretty well, but I mean, I worked with Lizzie for quite a long time. I mean, she's pretty goddamn inspirational.
Wow, thank you so much. Actually, I would like to just point out to everybody, Dan actually proposed to me at some point.
That is not fucking true.
It actually is so true. You gave me a blue diamond.
Objection.
Do you mind expounding on this, Lizzie?
I mean, there isn't much more
Set
to
the
say.
scene. Well,
Okay.
how did it go down? Like, how did he propose to
So,
you?
back in the early days when I first moved from England, I didn't really have much. I didn't have any money. So, I started a one-woman gang called the Dumpster Divas. And we would go around the dumpsters and just search and see what we could find. And I found quite a lot. I got my my foot up in the city, as it were. And I was in the burger shop parking lot. I think I was with Bend Over, and he introduced me to Dan. And I said, "Oh my gosh, you're called Dumpster Dan. I'm in the Dumpster Divas." And this man dropped to the floor, pulled out a blue diamond, and said he wants to marry me.
I mean, I think that's fair.
Following my rejection of him, in fact, I think it was the day that Che and I went to the island on holiday. This man shaved his head and went full depressed because I said no.
Whoa. Dan, is there any truth to that?
I did shave my head, yes. I will let her finish the story before I recant my version.
I mean, that was pretty much it.
I don't know. He's kind of implying there's more to it.
That's pretty much it? Okay.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's. It seems like that wasn't it. It seems like there was more to it.
I don't think I ever.
What,
Yeah, I think that
gaslit
was
me?
it.
You know, you never gaslit me? Huh?
Oh, I fully yes, but
Yeah,
that's just what a girl boss does.
You didn't string me along, you know? And the first time we met, you were by yourself, and I was picking up a toe at Burger Shot, and you were dancing on a car or something to that nature. And after I towed the car, that's when I got your phone number, and you introduced yourself as Dumpster Diva, and you're still in my phone as Dumpster Diva. And then, you know, as time went on, we crossed paths frequent enough. And then you would always say, "When are you going to take me out on a date?" Things of that nature, you know, to give a poor man some fucking hope. Then you started hanging out with my best friend. He started neglecting his work duties, which led more stress in my life. And then while that was happening, I went and did some mining one day, and I was just, you know, wrapping up and everything. And I had actually, it was a yellow diamond because I had multiples on my person, and I think I asked you to pick your favorite color. And then out of the choices, you said yellow because I obviously didn't have no fucking pink diamond. And it was outside of the Ammunition 200, right by the fire hydrant. And it most certainly was not a proposal. It was simply at the time, an interested party giving a personal, thoughtful gift to another. There was no declaration of love outside the normal vernacular that I always use.
Do you always ask people to marry you? Wow.
Veronica knows. Fucking Blanca. You know, I'm still trying to pitch fucking Dump of Love to Theo, but we haven't gotten the wheels moving on that.
That is going to be a premium program.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's my recollection of how that story went. And the Ammunition 200 conversation was we were then going to go to Lucetti's at their old location for a date. And you said I had to plan everything. So I went and planned it. And then you and Shay went on your quote unquote holiday and broke my fucking heart.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I went a little bit into the dumps and I shaved my fucking head from the mullet I used to rock to bald ass nutsack looking thing.
Lizzie.
That does sound like me, to be completely honest with you.
It's so brutal, but it's so... I don't doubt a word of it. And you made me plan everything, and then you left the country with another man.
Yeah, that's fucked, isn't it?
Oh my god.
We had a good time on that trip.
I'm sure you did.
Shut
we had
the fuck
matching
up,
outfits
Shay.
and everything.
Hey, can we talk about the time that after you broke Ben's fucking heart, what you did when you rolled up to Lucid when all of us were in a group doing guy shit?
Yeah, and you chewed me out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wonder why, because I stick up for my fucking friend Shay, you dickhead. Yeah, what happened?
I did look around the circle and realized that all three of these men were at some point romantic interests of mine.
Yeah, you fucking broke up with
friends.
Ben and started running with fucking Alfredo Gonzalez, and you all went skydiving, and I'm guessing there was foul play on your part, but apparently Alfredo's parachute didn't open, and you came running in.
I did wonder about that too.
Group of former suitors into their business and was like, you need to help me find Alfredo. I can't find him. He jumped out of an airplane and his parachute didn't work. And I more or less told you to go fuck off. And then you started saying...
That is literally what you said to me.
Yeah, you're right. I said fuck off. And then you started saying how you're going to like contact the Better Business Bureau and shit like that. And I said, what did I say? I said, lady, this is a mechanic shop, not a fucking search and rescue party. Like, call the cops or call one of the 50 fucking hooligans that Alfredo ran around with at the time. You had more than enough resources to fucking find him. I could not believe that you thought it was a smart idea or a reasonable one at that to come in and say, hey, help me find my new boyfriend who fell out of an airplane. I've told that story a handful of times and people are just like, damn.
Okay, but I got help in the end.
You did. But it wasn't from us. That's kind of the point.
That is true. But I did get help from you through them. So my mission was exceptional.
I mean, it worked out. You had you had fucking James Deacon in a helicopter panning around too. I mean, you can mobilize some people.
So I call that a dub. I'm not gonna lie.
Just think of, okay, this is gonna be a hot button fucking statement.
When is it not, Dan?
But imagine what I could have done as mayor if I had fucking tits, okay? I know that's right up there on the fucking line, but just fucking think about it. You hit the nail on the head. Lizzie Mayonnaise can literally move mountains to get shit that she wants because she's a woman and she knows how to use her assets, let's say.
Well,
okay.
I mean, It was never. Lizzie and I have a completely different history than that, and I mean, she's just a homie. So like, it was if you came and asked me to go look around in a helicopter for somebody, I would, I would say when. Let's go. Gotta
Yeah,
look
but
out for the homies.
yeah, I get that.
I didn't know that.
I think
I didn't know that guy from anybody. So I mean, it could have been anybody.
overall, you have to remember, Dan, don't hate the player, hate the game. We should hate the society that puts women on a pedestal because they're a woman, rather than for what actually matters, which is like their personality and their skills.
I do often wonder though
Exactly.
what I could do with a nice like fat stack of titties on my chest. Though I could probably get some pretty horrible things to go through with a lot. Yeah, no, I think Dan's right.
So, boob jobs?
Yeah,
Question mark?
yeah.
I'd get tits if they're on the table.
Everybody loves tits. I've never even people that aren't interested in women like tits. I've never run into anybody that's been like, ugh.
They are pretty great.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I don't know. I feel like Dan and I could probably rock some and like just not change anything else about ourselves. Just go get that surgery real quick. Hop over the border, save a couple bucks.
Yeah.
I know a great surgeon.
The fun part would be not even telling anyone that we're doing it and just come back with big old sweater puppies
and like
see how long it takes people to notice.
Oh well, they would notice instantly,
notice.
but the funny bit would be not acknowledging it at all. Like people would be like, What's up with those fat fucking titties you got, Theo?" And I just be like, "What are you talking about? This is what I've always looked like. What's wrong with you? What are you on drugs?"
Yeah, then we
Like
could
try to
do the
gaslight them.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great plan.
Oh, so what's the number on the surgeon? Like
I'll find you his business card.
No. I mean, like, what's like, what does that kind of like? What does installing that kind of hardware entail, like financially?
Yeah, how many schmeckles are we talking?
I mean, a good set probably like 5K.
Oh fuck yeah! Pokemon Series 5's coming right around the corner. I'm set. I'll you get the tickets, Dan, and I'll cover the titties.
Yeah, shit. I mean, we might as well just. If there's anyone else in the city that's listening that wants a new set of boobs, we'll make this happen. We'll just.
You could hire a plane.
We could get we could get a bulk rate on the tickets and the titties.
Yeah.
Fucking what will we even do without you, Lizzie? Thank you. It's been so fucking grim, dark, all gray and dour over here. And now look at us, like a couple of excited schoolboys talking about getting life-altering surgery for social engineering purposes.
Exactly. We are scientists.
Indeed. What I'm gonna just keep asking you questions, Lizzie. I'm fascinated by your presence. It's been so long.
Okay.
What have you been doing?
So I flew back to England and I was working on some theories that I had behind Queen. Or regarding the Queen, I suppose. The Queen of England, yeah. I know it might be difficult to comprehend, but there's more than one Lizzie in the world. And Elizabeth Windsor is the Queen of England. And I have two running theories that I'm working to prove or disprove. One is that she is, in fact, actually a reptile. People have been saying this about the Queen and the royal family for quite a long time. I needed to get an extract of her DNA so that I can do some testing. The second theory is that she's actually dead. And there's a conspiracy by the royal family.
Like they're weakened at Bernie's ing her?
I don't know what that means, but yeah, I think that they've got like a fake queen that they've just replaced her with.
Oh, okay, yeah. Weekend at Bernie's is a classic 80s film
Yes,
These
yeah,
guys.
I'm not old.
I mean, sure, okay, whatever. These two guys have like a rich asshole boss, and he has a cool house, and then he dies. And they want to have a sick party at his cool house because he was an asshole. So they like prop him up and like puppeteer this corpse
Oh,
all weekend. And it's Bernie. Bernie's the asshole, so it's a weekend at Bernie's where they use his corpse as a puppet to, you know.
that is so fucked up.
It's a pretty. It's a very wholesome comedy movie. It's not.
more like it's like a modified marionette.
Yeah, and they don't like acknowledge that it's like it's just like just a normal thing people would do. Like it's not. They don't acknowledge that that's fucking horrifying at all. It's just like,
so disturbing.
bro, we're gonna party so fucking hard this weekend. String him up. Tubular. All right. Wait, yeah, pretty much. Okay, sorry. What was your other theory though? So she's either a reptoid.
She's either a lizard, yeah, or she's dead.
Oh, that was the second theory. Pardon me.
Yeah.
What if I have a third theory for you?
Okay, hit me.
So you did. I mean, you did tell me that you guys share a name, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if she's you, but you went way back in time? At some point in the future, you realize that there's a problem with it. It turns out that you're the only one who can save England from World War II. You're the only one who can do it. So you got to go back in time and become the queen. And then you get stuck and you have to live your whole life as the queen up until present day.
Huh?
Yeah. Time travel shenanigans. You are the queen. You just went back in time and became the queen in like 1904 when she became queen.
Yeah, it was definitely then.
It definitely was 1904.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a well-versed
100%.
historian.
She's old as shit.
She is old as shit, though. It wasn't
She
1904,
is, yeah.
but it's like not far closer to 1904 than it's not 1904.
True.
I've been fucking mayor for 2 months and I already want to step into the ground. You tell me this lady's been fucking queen of the whole fucking country?
Adrenochrome, my guy.
Is that
a what?
Is that like a vitamin?
It's like, I don't know. They make it out of like, they like crush babies and like get the vital essence of the babies out and something like that. And yeah, all the elites drink it or shoot it up their butt or something.
I believe
the bud is the quickest way to get something in your system.
Same thing that Mick Jagger does.
Facts.
I mean, he's like 112.
Keith Richards has been dead for like 30 years.
These are old people. I don't know who they are.
You know who
you don't know the fucking Rolling Stones are?
Sorry, I'm young and hip and cool.
They from Liverpool or someplace like that.
They're all like, hello, governor. You know, they're like your people.
Is that what I sound like to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. At times it can be like nails on the
cheerio.
Nails on the chalkboard.
Okay, thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. Remember my shaved head.
I'll never forget your sad. You completely blanked me in the queue to Burger Shot with your shaved head.
Oh, that's because you're a fucking dirty cutter. That was another thing. I called her out for being a cutter, and then she tried to cancel me and all this other shit, because that was back when we still had Twitter.
Wait, you cut your life into pieces because it was your last resort?
Almost.
Yeah, he pretty much that.
She can just be inconsiderate, and Shay's an asshole, so they decided to cut in front of like the 5 people that were already in line. And again, because she got titties, thinks she could just go and do that.
Would you say that you cut your wrists and black your eyes because you can't make it on your own?
Is your heart in Ohio? Is that what you're saying? Are you not okay?
I'm so sorry, Lizzie.
I feel like I've gone to a
I'm
different
so
country
sorry.
and
Well,
you're
you
talking a different language.
kind
No,
of.
we're gonna keep throwing fucking 2000s emo references at you, and because we know that you're A, not old enough, and B, not even from this fucking country to understand it.
You could say anything, and I had no clue what you're talking about.
Hey, say anything.
Lizzo. Yeah. Every man Molly.
I'm gonna die. I'm sorry, Lizzie.
Do you know what? It's fine. I'm glad you two have got other old people to bond with.
1 second. Pause. Yes, 4 times in this podcast.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't
We're
think he's
definitely
going
not
to
on the
listen
other
to
side of
that.
the wall.
It's
These
a
walls are
soundproof
very
room.
thick.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
thing
got
nobody can hear through
soundproofing.
this. Okay, guys. I cheaped out on the walls. They're not thick at all. I was just trying to gaslight them. I drive that Mercedes every day, Lizzie. So I'm like constantly reminded of gaslight in all aspects of life now.
I hope you carry that with you into how you operate, and you gaslight the fuck out of everybody you meet.
And I'm not giving it back.
That's fucking terrible.
But
That's absolutely fine. Do you know, actually, I got that car for free.
yeah, I know.
Ben
Well,
Dover
from-
gave
It was a double free.
to me. Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Lizzie May getting something free from a potential suitor. Well, actually, at that point, you guys were kind of a thing.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
though, the Land Rover is still intact. It's in Sophia's garage, but she hasn't even driven it once. I already talked to her. You can get that back 100%.
Amazing. We'll see if I have a need for a car, or if I'm
Indeed.
just remaining a passenger princess.
I mean, it is pretty luxurious, actually. I very rarely
Hey,
get driven around. It's pretty nice.
Wait, I'm curious. Where'd you get the Land Rover?
Oh, I bought that with my own money.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Are
didn't
you
buy any of the upgrades.
Are you sure Alfredo didn't buy you it?
Alfredo paid for the upgrades, but I paid for the range myself.
But did he give you the money to buy it?
No, actually, I did a couple
you
of shifts
sure?
at the Vanilla Unicorn, yeah,
That'll do
and I
it.
got a heck of a lot of money from that.
I mean, you're hot, but I don't know if you're 250K and quote a couple of shifts at the VU hot.
Theodore Kowalski confessed to me, and he said this in public in front of other people, so I don't think I'm throwing him too hard under the bus. But I don't know, he got quite a bit of money out of him.
Indeed, he did hire me for at least an hour in the private room, which
I mean,
was
that's expensive.
racked up a big bill, yeah. In fact, he liked it so much he asked to move to London with me. So make of that what you will.
Thank God he dodged that bullet.
Okay, is this
What?
just...
What?
Wow, did you say that out loud?
I must have. Whoops.
Unbelievable.
Why don't we talk about your time as mayor, though, Dan? How was that?
Yeah,
gone?
isn't that the whole reason we're here? We've been talking about tits and fucking Queen of England for whatever long.
Dan, everybody has been, living life here and dealing with the ups and downs, and we got like a chance to get a ray of sunshine, and get a little culture in here. Somebody that's walked a different life from us, It was, I just didn't want to bring her down with all the bullshit,
No, that's fine. But I think,
Now's the time.
as public representatives, me being the mayor and you being the owner of the media conglomerate,
And a former kid detective.
yeah, I think it's important we not shy away from the current state of, the city, right? I feel like if we did that, if we're basically ostriching and putting our head in the sand, we're not doing anyone any favors, right?
I do want to take the once per episode break to say that everything said on People Talk is 100% fictitious. Any resemblance to real life persons or events is purely coincidental. This is an improv comedy podcast. We're all playing characters. Okay, proceed.
Yes, of course. And then he talk about like gaslighting and nutsex and tits and any other questionable takes that individuals may or may not have
It's a
had.
bit.
Is all it's a script. I'm reading off a sheet of paper right now.
No proposal has ever happened between Dumpster Dan and Lizard Mayonnaise.
That is fact.
But then it's all still part of the bit. So like,
Yeah, we knew this when we started recording.
right,
Mhm.
and I'm totally gonna edit this part out.
Of course you are.
Right. Okay, go on.
Yeah, where was I? I forget.
Hey, I've been here. Lizzie, you ask the questions. How about that?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a shit show has it been?
What time frame do you want? Like today on a scale of 1 to 10, or like do we want to do some sort of like roller coaster analogy, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, give me like a broad overview of what you've done to change the city, what the city's done to change you.
It's a good question.
Okay, let me start off with some topics.
Go for it.
Restaurants. Have you done anything about restaurants? Because I flew in, my flight landed, and they didn't serve any food on British Airways, so I was hungry as shit, and nowhere was open.
Well, as I'm not, so the only, I guess, official capacity in relation to businesses that I seem to have as mayor is the fact that I'm a business owner myself. And I can say that specifically, I know Chetty's has been open quite a bit. I think he just might have came in at a shift change or something. Burger Shot has had, they're on their second owner since you left. I feel good about that once they get their feet underneath them. Sushi, I think, is struggling with the rising costs of the fish markets. They're kind of separate in the way that they operate compared to the other food businesses, because the other businesses can kind of say this is what we're going to pay for shit. When it comes to sushi, they obviously need fucking fish. And got that old ass dude at in the city that just buys all the fish. He buys them for a certain price, so Park Chung needs to pay at least that. And then it turns into like management styles and stuff. Everyone that owns a business is within their right to operate the shit how they want it to be ran. So I don't know. I think we have turned a corner with food. I hope. I have given the suggestion many a times. When you know how when you pull out your phone on the services app and you can see like if police are around, EMS, mechanics. I think it's a no-brainer if we linked up the food businesses there. So then we didn't have to clog our awesome vibe with fucking hashtag where food, where food, where food. I don't know if you've been up on the latest trends of Lucid lately. But that
Where food has
looks
become kind of a meme. Yeah, there's a dog in the studio. It's all good.
Oh, that's very interesting. I think that's a very good idea. Why would people say no to that,
That is an excellent question. I don't know.
Okay, next topic. I guess this goes hand in hand. Police and crime. How's that been since That doesn't sound like a good ugh.
I will say recently, so the time of this being recorded, it is what, Monday the 29th of August, right? At
Yes,
least for
sir.
a majority of us in the room. I will say that it seems to have gotten better, but let's go back in time like 2 weeks, and I will say arguably it has been the darkest time that our city has, certainly that I've seen. And we all know the shit I used to get into back in the day. It was
Sure.
not good.
What has made it dark?
Well, everyone just had everyone's throats, you know? Civs and criminals getting pissed at the cops for, being shitheads, and the cops being mad at civs and criminals for being shitheads, and just everyone acting like a shithead.
How do you think the problem can be solved? What have you done to try and fix it? Do you think that it can be fixed?
I hope so. What have I done to try and fix it?
Yeah.
Theo, is this where we rip that Band-Aid off?
We were planning a big dumb commie coup.
Yeah, and obviously, like Theo mentioned earlier, all of this is just comedic improv, so nothing can be taken literally.
Right, we're just
And
joking around. We're just a couple pals
yeah,
palling around.
yeah, and coup is a very strong word choice.
It's really not what it was at all. It's just funnier to say it that way.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a coup is.
Like a coup d'etat?
Overthrowing the government.
Oh.
But I'm the government, so basically it was overthrowing the police department. And by overthrowing, it was, just getting the dipshits out of there and letting the good ones, do the rest.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Did this not happen then?
What was that? Sorry.
Did this not happen?
It did not.
Why not?
So we did extensive brainstorming. Hours and hours were spent on going over logistics, planning, building SOPs, contingencies A, B, C, and D.
All the way to F?
Yeah, we even went as far as like training for scenarios, and got to the point where certain parties got involved, and there just seemed to be a lot of confusion on what the whole point of it was. And with that confusion led to a bunch of concerns. And, in having the perspective of hindsight, I could get it. I understand.
It did kind of look like we were about to do a bunch of terrorism.
Oh.
I mean,
but we weren't.
We were flying around town all day, every day, doing drills like simi in public. I know a lot of hardware was purchased. You know what I mean?
I can imagine.
Various goodies. Yeah, it was getting real serious.
It was only getting serious because we knew the seriousness of the problem.
It was out of love. It wasn't it definitely wasn't
spite or hate.
We weren't trying to burn anything down, put it that way. But shake things up a little bit and build them up better than they were before.
I think that's quite noble of you.
It was very expensive.
Yes. And the time commitment was, I think I spent more time on that than I did actually my entire campaign. Easy.
That's believable.
So why did you say no then? Why did you pull the plug?
For the betterment of the city. Like I said, there was confusion and concerns, and after a lengthy discussion and kind of getting the perception of that confusion and those concerns, it wasn't about, like Theo said, burning it to the ground. Like, this is gonna sound terrible, but I feel it's the fucking truth. If I wanted to burn this city down to the sticks out of spite and just being like a mega shitlord, there's far easier ways that I could go about doing it. It was all about, noticing an inherent, we'll call it cancer, that was running through the city and trying to be the radiation to rid it.
Wow, that's a good analogy.
Yep, we were trying to become radiation and kill cancer with lasers.
Yes.
And also
But
give
you
people
didn't.
radiation poisoning, and then everybody's hair would fall out.
No, that's because the cancer actually started almost cannibalizing itself.
Oh.
Behaving in ways that the other cells were expecting it to behave for quite some time. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah, but I want like actual tea. I want the gossip. Like, I don't fly back all the way over here for nothing.
Hey,
What happened?
gotta finish the story. Come on.
Well, we're kind of at the end of it. Like,
Basically, yeah, he's not wrong.
Hold my hand here. Hold my hand here.
He's
Theo.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's wrong here. That's kind of the shitty bit of it. It all did kind of fizzle out. We had all that hardware and all those people, and then looking at it, it seemed like there was actually a chance for us to do more harm than good and get our goals all misconstrued, and then ruin our reputations. And there's a bunch of negatives on the line that didn't come to light till kind of late in the game. But the things we wanted most seem to be happening. So it's like we got what we wanted, but yeah, would have. Damn it.
It would have been cool.
It sure would have been cool to just go rogue for a couple of days.
It seemed like the threat of the match being lit was enough to get the outcomes that we were looking for, whereas we were the ones that actually lit the match,
Well, I guess that's good in a way, because it means that like the possibilities of you like actually burning it to the ground by accident with said match have been taken away.
Yeah, the collateral damage was contained with the inaction, or more so the deactivation of the plan. So at the end of the day, it was all about putting the city first. And when all the cards were on the table, there just weren't enough pros to outweigh the cons. And like Theo alluded to, we were already seeing some progress that we had on our goal vision board that we were wanting to see. So,
okay, like what?
I am not at liberty to discuss specifics, but let us just say there were certain practices by the police department that were leaving unsavory tastes in citizens and criminals' mouths alike that we were assured that those would no longer be happening.
Okay, that's good then.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, do you think this is a sustainable change?
Somebody better fucking hope so, because
we have enough faith that we didn't light the match.
Yes.
But, we'll see. Not enough time has passed to be 100% certain one way or the other.
I will say that, again, in my most recent talks with folks, it seems to be trending in the proper direction, which is encouraging. But time will be the true test. Will we continue to traject in that direction? Or will we just, flip a bitch and go down the same path we've been down so many times before?
Was your plans completely deactivated, reverse, can never go back there? Or is it still like potential in the future, if things don't change, you could reactivate them?
I think it's one of those things that, it could always be revisited. The knowledge and ideas that we forged together, that's just simply not going to go away. Like, if shit should ever get to the point where it was, or heaven forbid, even worse, yeah, it's always a possibility. But what we would need to do is address those questions and concerns that were presented in the initial unveiling that led us to not light the proverbial match.
Like what?
Like, what do you mean?
What kind of confusion and questions do people have about it? And concerns?
Well, again, everything that I do or we do for the betterment of the city. And, with a plan that has many moving parts like that, it only takes one squeaky wheel to fuck everything up. And then the whole thing looks bad. And it's one of them plans that you can't afford to have a squeaky wheel.
And we did seem to have a couple of squeaky wheels.
Oh, yeah. No. Was one of them the fact that I was not here?
That was a big...
Because I think that maybe I could have made this happen.
Maybe.
I think maybe we probably wouldn't have even gotten to this point.
Yeah, you probably just would have gaslit the entire police department. And, ended up like self-appointed. Yeah, I self-appointed myself commissioner for a day.
Oh.
Trying to help.
How did that go down?
About as well as you would expect.
Yeah.
Can we get the details on how that? Because I don't know exactly what happened that day either. I've only heard like whispers of it.
Oh, I got royally pissed off. It was, I think, a couple Sundays ago. Everyone coming, Dan, fucking pissed at the cops. Dan, I'm pissed at the cops. Eating sieves. Dan, cops are treating me like shit. Just got fucking tired of it. And so I just, threw out a vibe post and was like, I may just appoint myself fucking. And that's when the hospital didn't have any EMS workers around. So I said, we'll fix it all in one swing. I just may appoint myself commissioner and director of Mount Zona. And, people were like, fuck, go for it. And actually somebody told me, quote, no balls. So, of course, I took that as a challenge to my manliness. So,
naturally,
I named myself commissioner. Got myself a police car, started patrolling, there was a go-kart meeting or a go-kart event that was going on. Everyone's like, Dan, why you dressed up like a cop? You know that's illegal. I go, I'm the fucking commissioner. Like, what do you mean?
Are you
What do you
kidding
mean
me?
what I mean?
I have been commissioned
Yeah.
to wear this uniform, you could
The
say.
power vested in me.
In this vest.
It was fun, but it was, you know, logistically speaking, there was still a lot of stuff that I couldn't like do because technically I own Lucid, so it was more about de-escalation and threat aversion. And when I read, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, what actually did you do? Yeah, what tangible things did the officers listen to?
Let's say sure.
Okay,
I didn't get arrested, so that's good.
that was good. Yeah, that's a win.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to arrest someone that may or may not be their boss. So I take that as a win. No, I broke up a couple fights. There was a reckless driver that you almost ruined the whole event by driving like an asshole through a crowd of people. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff that I did.
How did it come to an end?
Yeah, Dan,
No,
what
when
the
I
fuck? You're so bad at ending
Why
stories.
did you stop?
sorry. Well, when I realized, you know, the amount of effort is the wrong word, but the logistics behind me continuing it, I just, you know, like I said when we first started, I'm just fucking tired. And that led to the creation of the alleged coup d'etat. So I kind of started with that idea and then morphed it into one that involved many more parties other than just myself, you know, for the betterment of the city. As I said when I ran, it wasn't the Dumpster Dan show. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it's just, you know, I got to a point where, like, enough was enough. Like, I feel for my constituents and I also feel for the police that have to operate under those conditions. And it's like, fuck, we got to do something.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, so it wasn't really like, fuck, for all I know, maybe I'm still commissioner. I didn't resign or anything. Yeah, just kind of moved on to bigger and better things.
Wow, you've heard it here first. Dumpster Dan is still the crime commissioner.
He's still the commissioner, guys.
So, what's next? Do you think, as the commissioner?
Like I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm commissioner.
I mean, if you just said you are, then you are. I think.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I already went
therefore I
down that
am.
road.
Exactly.
I
We're just starting over again.
yeah, I don't want to go down that road again, please.
How about we go down a slightly different road where Lizzie becomes the commissioner and we see if it goes differently for Lizzie than it did for you?
That's what you should do. You should gaslight the fuck out of Cuffs and then get him to install you as HBIC.
You gaslight him into replacing himself with you.
I think he might go for it, you know.
Men are stupid.
We are. We're
I am a Beanock. A big name on campus. The campus being this city.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue against it. I'm laughing because I hadn't never heard that before, but yeah, no, that all pans out, right?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Your name still carries a bit of clout, despite being gone for so long.
I'm glad to hear the legacy lives on.
The legacy does live on. You remember that Remember that motorcycle parkour thing I was dicking around with like around the time you left?
Yeah.
I changed my whole get up to in memory of, you know, and I just made people think you were dead as a joke.
Uh,
But it's I'm
oh.
all pinked out, you know. Like I don't explicitly say that you're dead, but I'm like it's in memory of a former employee. When people are like, "Why are you in pink?"
Wow. I feel really blessed. And that makes me think like, do you guys ever imagine your own funeral?
All the time.
Like why don't I just fake my own death, see what people say, see if I get like anyone coming out being like, I was actually in love with her. And
What do
then
you
I'll
do with
like
the
walk around the
information
corner.
though? Oh, so you just come out.
Yeah, I'm just like, luckily guys, I'm not actually dead.
It's not like
more
a
victims.
Imagine how fucking like you would be lucky to not actually die.
Yeah, Lizzie, I'm concerned that you might be a sociopath.
Oh. But sociopaths form real bonds. So
No, I
that
think
is a
it's the
good thing going
opposite.
for me.
I would do it in the context of like a practical joke. I think it's hilarious. I mean, I would probably like pop out and be like, "Just psych, guys, LOL. I never died. I haven't died yet," and then I'd run away.
Well, if I ever hear that you've died, I'll be like, okay, but really, where is he?
Oh,
I won't believe it.
that's so depressing now.
I just hope my fucking body explodes and they can't find all the pieces.
What if? Oh, okay, guys. Now you asked a wacky question. Now I'm gonna ask one. What if starting tomorrow, every time somebody died for any reason anywhere on the planet at any time, any person, they just violently exploded? Like not enough to like destroy anything, but definitely does a little damage. They just pop like a big meaty balloon. It makes a pop sound too.
That's why I don't hold farts in.
That's the reasoning too. Like all the gases build up inside of you instantaneously, and now when you die, all your orifices seal up, and rapid gas expansion pop.
That's a gross thing to think about.
There's a new plague on the planet, but it just makes your butthole tighten up real tight when you die, and that's the new plague.
Let's get out of this current plague and then work on future ones.
No, it's just going to be new plagues forever. That's the new universal meta.
Oh.
And they all build up on from each other, so you can like stack them and get multiple at once.
Correct.
And that's how you win.
They actually make you more powerful. They have a negative, but if you have the right DNA or whatever, however it works, you unlock the plague abilities. Thoughts, Stan?
Are we talking about fucking plagues or Pokemons?
Isn't it all the same at the end of the day?
I guess.
So what do you think about the end being near, Dan, for your term?
Bittersweet to a degree. I can't more or less, get out of shit by just saying I'm the mayor. I guess I'll have to say I'm the former mayor and see if I can still get away with shit. Nothing illegal, of course, just like minor parking citations and walking into the police station all the way.
I think you still get a little clout. I think if it works, if mayors are anything like being president, if it's just the same deal but on a smaller scale. I mean, they've still got I don't know, they get to like open libraries and
So are you saying that I should steal a bunch of like nuclear codes and secrets and then take them to Lucid Motors because they'll be safer there?
or you could fucking go down into your basement and paint flowers all the time. I don't know. You could go back to your peanut farm and have some Secret Service with you. There's any number of things you could do.
I might be in for a sizable nap. Because, like I said, I'm tired. But, that's the cool thing. Wake up each day, figure out what you want it to be like, and then you work towards that goal.
You've got one last thing to do, though.
I do. I'd imagine that is announcing the next election cycle, is it not?
Well, that's my job. I was going to do that. I was referring to
Oh.
hosting the debates and getting the mayoral candidates this time around to actually argue with each other, which I've been unsuccessful at twice now.
Anyone listening, if you're planning on running for mayor and participating in the event or the debate, you best be ready. Because I don't want none of you getting fucking shoes thrown at you and getting crucified on fucking Vibe for, quote, how boring is this? End quote.
I'm going to announce it in 54 minutes, but this has been recorded 54 minutes prior to the announcement, and this will actually be released probably the morning after the announcement. So, yeah. Yeah, if you listen this far into the fucker, and you want to run for mayor, you think you can do better than Dan? You think you can do better than fucking Nico? It's your time. It's your time, baby. Let's fucking do it. The details will be in a
carry
vibe.
on.
The details will be in a vibe post. Fucking pay attention to vibe, you assholes. All right, go on, Lizzie. My apologies.
The citizens of this city has changed somewhat since I've been gone. Is there anyone that you think would be good at it? Any names?
Predictions.
Yeah.
I think there'd be plenty of viable candidates. I think it is in poor taste as the current sitting mayor to potentially endorse a future candidate. So I won't say any specifics, but I do think,
maybe not who you think would be good, but are there people that you think will run?
I sure as fuck hope so.
No, but I mean like predictions. Who? Like who? Like, is there anybody that you're like, I kind of think that guy's going to run for mayor? What's your bold early call?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see if Ron follows through or he pusses out again.
Ooh, you heard that here, Ron Cunningham. You've been called out on People Talk, live on the air, to be released later.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's not a bad thing to puss out, Some people ain't. It's not the cut of their jib,
What do you think about that, Lizzie? What do you think about cuts and jibs?
People inherently don't change, and if you think that something isn't for you anymore, then you probably knew that before deep down. And I think everyone should just listen to their own hearts and don't get themselves in situations that they don't want to be in. So,
like being the
pussing
mayor.
out, pussing out is, it's not a good look, is it really?
Yeah, no, no, yeah, I would agree. It's usually I can't. It's hard to think of a scenario where it's good to like put yourself out there and then back down. Like if you.
Well, what if you're about to like murder a bunch of people and then you puss out at the very end? And that's good, is it not?
Well, now think about it. You thought those thoughts, and it depends on what kind of religion you believe in. If you sometimes, if you think those thoughts, that's just the same as doing them. So you're already going to hell, right? But if you like follow through and you commit, um, whatever like demon or whatever's going on down there, maybe it's a Satan. I don't know. Could be like, you know what? That was pretty impressive. You're my dude now. And I mean, if you're gonna go to hell anyway, like you kind of want to be like the dude. Like you don't want to be getting, like tortured. You want to be doing the torturing.
No half measures, as they say.
Right. So I mean, You just got to do the math in the moment, I guess. Depends on what you believe in.
Yeah. How many murders equals eternal purgatory?
If you don't believe in any like extra dimensional beings and like an afterlife, then yeah, okay, maybe that's probably a good time to puss out, because
But
jail
not
time.
doing the murders is different. Like there's
It is way
two
different.
separate looks, right?
It's wildly
No, I don't mean to different to being there. I mean like you can puss out of being a murderer, but you still pussed out and you still didn't stick to your guns. Like it's good that you didn't do the murder, but you still ignored red flags and went against your true beliefs, and that's not a good look. So I definitely will think less of you as a person if you puss out of anything, murder or not.
That's a bold take, but I can't really argue against it either.
I'm right. It's fine.
Not you. I mean, you are. Yeah, Dan. Fuck you.
Technicality is a hell of a thing, isn't it?
That was a word that was too long for me. Sorry.
Technicality?
Yeah.
I mean, like Theo said, technically you're correct. So no real argument there. Just a hell of a thing.
It's grim. It's real grim.
Yeah. We started on a low note.
We can't end
Went
on
to
a
a
low
high
note.
note.
We can't end on a low note. That's not possible. I have control of the building. I'll lock us all in here. We're not leaving on a low note.
Yeah. I just hope we get a decent what's the word? A decent stable of candidates to have the citizens choose from.
A three-way race is my dream for a mayoral race.
And if no one fucking runs, I'm going to Hunger Games this shit, and then we're gonna divide up the whole city into 3 districts, and motherfuckers are getting pulled out of a bingo machine.
That would be quite a cool way to do it, though.
I think it would be a horrible nightmare society to live in, but it would be very interesting. So I
kind of fuck with it.
You don't have
to. You don't have to. I'm not running. We don't have to do Hunger Games stuff. It's simply just so we have a successor in place.
Right, but I mean
that, or I'm gonna have to adopt a fucking child, or I guess an adult somewhere, and legally, I don't even know the word. Somehow have an heir to the proverbial throne.
Make it a hereditary position, or an inherited city monarchy. That would be horrible. No, it's happened before. I mean, obviously everything's happened before, but there a couple of times in Rome specifically. They got it like Cincinnatus. They needed a guy. Nobody would sign up for the job, and they were like, all right, well, it's just going to be him. And they went to his house and peer pressured him into it and made him do it. It can
That's
be done.
how I drank my first beer.
Yeah, just
peer pressure.
If nobody runs, we'll just we'll get people from every walk of life together and at random, and just, okay, who do you think's a good person? We'll narrow it down, and then we'll just go press them into the job. Maybe at gunpoint.
Maybe with bags over their heads.
Or Lizzie Mayonnaise, it could be I'm just saying it could be. What would you do as mayor in a hypothetical crazy world where you decided to commit the time to do it?
Every car has to be pink.
Not saying it's crazy if you did it. Knowing you, I don't think that's something you'd want to do.
I don't know. I think I could do it.
You could. You could.
Yeah, I think I think it would be fucking great if I did it. I think everyone would be living in a world that they enjoy if I was the mayor.
That's what Dan thought too, though.
Dan was proved right though. People didn't hate their lives because Dan was mayor.
Valid point.
Yeah, pink cars. Everyone has to have a pink car. And I would I'm trying to think of something that would get me like straight away elected. Like I'd be like, everything's free. But also I don't like people that much.
Kisses.
What, me kiss
What about
everyone?
Yeah. Be a way to get elected. Just go around smooching everyone.
Are they
I could hit them all with a
are they
Lizzie
transferable?
and these.
What do you mean?
Like
Transferable.
like could you like stack them up on people? Like what if a bunch of people got together and they were like, we're all gonna pass our kisses off onto one person, like as a like because it would be funnier for one person to get kissed a bunch of times.
Some people's humor's not the same as yours.
But like without their foreknowledge, and then you just
I would
walk
only
up and
kiss
start-
people consensually.
Well, I didn't say it wouldn't. I just said without foreknowledge.
Okay.
I didn't. Well, hold on there. Hold on there.
just checking.
Yeah, I don't think we've got enough fucking time to go into another hot button topic.
No, certainly not. Yeah, let's not. Let's not bring the mayoral race into that, into a kissing contest. That would devolve very quickly.
Indeed.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does work.
We could just test the waters.
We'll have to try
See
it
if
out.
I
could, if you don't feel like doing it, I could close up shop at Weasel, transfer it to somebody temporarily, because I think it would be weird to do the elections and also run. Fuck,
do think you'd be a good mayor, though.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm far too petty.
But that's kind of what we need.
So sometimes it's good, but I'm an honest guy for the most part. I would be in it for me. It wouldn't. I don't.
What are the rules about embezzlement?
What would you
Dan,
even
as mayor?
Yeah.
What do you have access to that you could embezzle?
Literally nothing.
Oh.
I don't even have keys to my office.
Oh.
Okay. Lizard mayonnaise, the dream has died.
That was it. That was all it took.
I want some shit for it.
No, I think the theory behind that is, you gotta, you're not getting paid anything. You gotta, if you're gonna get into it, then you have to want to do it. For purely wanting to do it, not for any other reason.
I can't see that happening, to be honest. Myself, of course.
Of course. That's because you're so pragmatic, which is a good thing.
Of course.
Did we do it? Did we finish the episode?
I hope so.
Did we get to the end of episode 4? It was an episode. Listen, the number doesn't really matter. What's important is that this episode of People Talk was brought to you by us. It was just us. There's no sponsors. I'm not even gonna lie this time. Sometimes I'm just kidding. I don't ever lie about sponsors in the hopes of luring in legitimate ones. It's
Lucid Motors.
Yeah, it was Lucid Motors. They sponsored the episode. They paid for all of the expensive things that went into producing it. And next time another business should give me a bunch of money. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.